Hey peeps. So, today I want to talk about emotions. Specifically, I want to talk about the emotions during COVID and during isolation. Currently, I'm sitting in an empty classroom and it's quiet, like really quiet. I should be hearing students asking if Miss Shepard's going to be selling break today, or if they can shut down their laptops. I should be hearing my first block students talking probably a little bit too much, if I'm honest. But instead, this is what I hear. I gotta say, I do not like it. I wanted to become a teacher so that I could interact with people and so that we could learn together. But instead, I'm sitting in front of a computer trying to make the most out of the connections that we do have right now. Don't get me wrong, I understand why we aren't all together right now. And I think our safety should be our top priority. Does that mean I can't be sad or frustrated that this school year doesn't look or feel like every other school year? Of course not. I'm heartbroken that I don't get to see my students every day. I can't believe that I have some students who I have not seen in person at all. So what do I do about it? I could get mad and quit my job. I could go home, give up, just go back to bed. And some days I almost wanted to. The school year is weird, and it's sad. And that's okay, because sometimes life is sad, and a lot of times life is weird. But that's why it's up to us to make the most of it. What if instead of giving up and going home, I bought a filming set and taught myself how to make and edit videos? What if, instead of getting mad and quitting my job, I researched new ways to teach online? What if, instead of reacting to my initial emotions about the situation, I stopped and I thought? And then I chose how I wanted to respond. This is the point that I'm getting at. When things go south, we have two options. We can react, meaning that our response is based on instinct and the first emotions that we feel, or we can evaluate and act, meaning our response is based on careful planning and a measured action. Does this mean we should ignore our emotions? Is that even possible? No. There's nothing wrong with feeling something. You should never be ashamed or have to apologize for the way that you feel. But that doesn't mean you don't have the responsibility to act appropriately. For example, let's say I stub my toe while I'm walking in the classroom. I could give in to my initial reaction of pain and anger and frustration. Or I could stop and I could choose my reaction carefully. Okay, wait. No, that's a bad example. Hold on. Just a second. No. Grocery store. No. Jumping out of an airplane. Trampled by elephants. No. Me. Okay. So, let's say my puppy uses the bathroom in the house. He's only about 3 months old. Let's say I'm home with my puppy and he accidentally uses the bathroom in the house. My initial emotions might be anger, disappointment, maybe impatience, and they may cause me to want to yell at my dog or discipline him really harshly. However, if I were to pause for just a moment, I might notice the accident occurred next to the back door while I was distracted cooking dinner. And I might remind myself that he is still a puppy and accidents do happen. I could remind myself that he hasn't had an accident in weeks, meaning that he truly is learning. And he is improving. He's probably doing better than I did at 3 months old. So let's put this into context with Anne Frank. Anne and her family are forced to hide from the Nazi government simply because they're Jewish. They didn't do anything wrong. They haven't broken any laws. They haven't hurt anyone. Yet they're still attacked and forced to live in a secret room away from the world. Now, how do you think Anne felt about this situation? Do you think she was excited to hide away from her friends, leave her school? Or do you think she felt anger and fear and probably a great deal of sadness? Odds are she wasn't happy with the arrangement, but she doesn't let it get her down. As we see in her diary, she works hard to find the silver lining in her situation, and she tries to continue doing things that she does enjoy and that do make her happy, like reading and writing. She doesn't give in to her first emotions, but she takes the time to purposefully respond and to make the most of what she has. And that's where I want to leave this. Make the most of what you have and where you are, and your life will be the better for it. You might not be able to control your emotions, but you can always control your actions. Like Viktor Frankl, who was another Holocaust survivor, like he said, everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. Just something to think about.